We are live. Almost 5 minutes late, but we're here. I was all ready, and then at the last second, I was like, maybe I want to change my shirt or throw some water on my face or scuba dive. And so I scuba dived for about 3.5 minutes, and I'm sorry, guys, I was just going to be on time, and then all of a sudden, scuba diving, I lost track of time, and I was going to only scuba dive for a minute, and it ended up going 3.5 minutes. And then I had to come up, take all the diving stuff off, take off the respirator and the oxygen tank and everything. So finally, here I am. Sorry, but how's everybody doing? Everybody, tell me where you are from. Tell me your state, your city, your country, your county, your village, your borough, your gang colors, your rank insignia. Southwest Arkansas, yay. Boston, Massachusetts. Yay, bread pudding to you in the UK. I am doing well, everybody. Thank you for asking. Lola, Montana. Philly, Lisa, you're very close. Simi Valley, California. North Brunswick, New Jersey. You're not too far, I think. I don't know. Is that North Jersey or South Jersey? Pleasanton, California. Bremerton, Washington, New Jersey. Sweden. I have to make up a greeting for Sweden. Sweden, what are you known for other than having a totally alternate version of how to combat the latest stuff happening on the news, which we're all following eagerly and hoping that it works out really well for you guys. But tell me what else. What is Sweden known for? Chicago, Northern Virginia, Miami, South Carolina. It's Hygge. Swedish meatballs, yes. Now I have to come up with a IKEA is Swedish, right? Should the greeting be IKEA? That sounds like a greeting, right? Washington, Detroit. Whew. Raw fish. I think I'm going to stick with IKEA. IKEA. I just dropped my marker. I don't know where it went. It just disappeared. Oh, that's a shirt I've been looking for. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hello. Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, thank you, Carol. Where's my water bottle? I don't want to drink any of these old water bottles. Water's water, but once you open it and you drink from it and then you leave it there for a while, like when I say a while, I mean months, you kind of feel like, Batavia, the Eastern European city that was transplanted supposedly to Illinois. Yep, there's some drums there. I got to transfer them over to my store now that I have so much more room there. Florida, Leesburg. What part of Florida is that? I actually know Florida a teeny tiny bit. I've been there like 5 times, 6 times, something like that. Trowraugan, Australia. Wallaby, to you. Okay, north of Orlando. Darien, Georgia. Wombats. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Molly, I'm so happy to hear that. I wanted to do every day a quarantine craft that parents could do with their kids. I did two of them and then I totally fell off. But I was trying to juggle a gazillion things at that time. So, Vegas, Fort Worth, Reno. No kangaroos. Well, kangaroos are just, they're our enemy here, but we respect them. They're a respectable enemy because they put up a good fight. There's another Simi Valley. Ooh, I just got hit with a little tiny bit of fatigue. I was going to blow through that. 13-year-old paint pouring. That's awesome. Oh, you did math and science along with it. Yeah. Yeah, there's some science in there. And yeah, I guess math because you're measuring the amounts and everything. And fractions or whatever. 3M South Africa. I have to come up with a greeting for you, South Africa. Let's see. I haven't thought of a topic yet, but I'm sure one will come through all of the conversation. Right now, possible topics are, let's see, I'm still experimenting with a lot of different art forms. So if you've seen any of them, you can tell me what you want to see more of, what you want me to explore deeper into. Stuff I haven't done that you'd like to see, or stuff that I've done close to something like it, but you want to see it a little different. Dremel, I love the Dremel tool, and I thought my Dremel tool was broken. I bought a new one. Now I have my old one. Turns out it works. Now I have two. I have a whole bunch of new bits. Oh, it's so much fun. You can do so much. It's like a little teeny tiny power carver that carves anything and everything. And sculpts and sands and polishes. Oh, well, wow. You're at work in Indiana. They let you work this late? Paper beads. Let's do that. I've been wanting to do paper beads forever. They're so easy. They're so beautiful. They're so inexpensive. They cost like nothing. And I've seen them done so many times. I've never done them. So let's do some paper beads. I'm going to start a new page here. This is a page from last time. Paper beads. But quilling, there's a whole video on quilling. I know you saw it. That's why you said that. Quilling is my assistant does the quilling. If she wants to do another video, I'll ask her. She's a little bit camera shy. Not like camera shy, like she's nervous on camera. Like she just doesn't care for the spotlight one way or the other. Unlike me, who's just like, I can swim in the sunshine of the spotlight. Oh, you like the angel wings? I love how they came out. Yeah. I wanted to get video of the cutting thing, but my brother-in-law, who has the machine, he wanted to do all that on his channel, and he wanted it to draw people to his channel. So go find, it's That Wooden Flag. It's all one word. That, THAT, wooden flag. You got to put it together as one word, or you'll get someone else's channel. Go find him on YouTube and subscribe to him, and then watch that video. You'll see the cutting part. Deer antler ring. It's funny you said that. I wanted to do exactly that, a deer antler ring. I was thinking about that months ago. Deer antler. That is such a cool idea. Deer antler ring. Yep, sea glass. We can keep doing sea glass. Yes, Taylor. Macrame. I've never done macrame. Right rating? Did you spell that right? Did you mean the right writing? The store is good. It's closed. We're just doing everything online, which is working great at the moment. I mean, it's closed to the public. It's open every day. Like I work there like 10 hours a day, every day but Saturday. Macrame with wire. I honestly can't. I can't even picture what macrame is. Isn't that terrible? Yes, and not camera shy, just not caring for the camera. Um, so, what do we have? What else can we do? What else can we do? Hello from Pittsburgh. Paracord bracelets. Okay, that's what I figured it was, a type of weaving. Yeah, I'm not a big weaver. I like to get other people to do that. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, so that's macrame. Yeah, I used to hire other people to do that. If I could find people to do it low priced enough, I'd give them some stones and put them in a pattern and say, weave these stones into this hemp and make me bracelets, and then I'll pay you, and then I'll take the bracelets and sell them. Knotted rope, yeah. I'm gonna cough. Etching glass. Ooh. Do people etch glass? Is that possible? I'm not sure that's something I want to get into more lamp work with torches before I would do something like etching. But I'm going to write it down because that was a noble idea, which I'm sure some people would like. I have songs. I was just thinking. I saw the page from last week, and I saw the songs that were written down, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to start singing right away, but I did. I tell myself, oh, next week I'm going to practice. I'm going to be so prepared. And then as soon as I end this show, like 3 hours into it, I pass out asleep. And then the next day I run to work. And then it's all like, I forget about it until the next week comes along. Ooh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I was just hitting the wrong. I thought it was out of key. It's pretty close. Fly me to the moon. Ha ha ha. Yeah, so that it's the I was just thinking about that earlier. How good is that song? And I need to get the lyrics because I keep asking you guys to put the lyrics on the screen, and it's like I should have them in front of me. It's so silly. Fly me to the moon and let me sit among the stars. Yeah, that's the one. Those chords are so great. I got to figure out what I'm like. Fly me to the moon and let me sit among the stars. Yeah, don't have it there. But anyway, there's also. It's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars shining bright in the sky. Fantabulous night to make romance underneath the cover of October sky. Da da do 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 you. Can I just have one more room dance with you, my love? Can I just make some sweet romance with you, my love? So yes, those are the two moon river dance songs. Yes. Let's fix that. A little better. A little better. So it's I think there's more chords in that, but that sounds close. Fly me to the moon and let me sit. Let me play among the stars. Yeah, that's not it. I'll have to look at the chords. Anyway, fun time. Oh, I just saw the comment from Falling Ash. No, that's totally fine. So I'm suddenly not getting any comments. Oh, there they are. Yeah, we'll do that for next time. We'll do the whole lyrics and everything. Okay, so more ideas about art, or we can even throw some more songs out there. Like, what's more songs you want to hear? More stuff, more things. We'll do music later. Well, let's go back to talking about art. Um, Eve, are you on the stone and beads kit? Haha, Allison, just in time. D minor, ugh. D minor, G7, A minor, D minor, G7, C, A minor, D minor, G, C major. Let's see what we can do with that. So I think that's in the key of A major, A minor. See, that's an next part. I need that next part. That's got to be an F. Okay, there is F, D minor, E, A minor. F, D minor, E, A minor, and that's A major. That's where it sounds awesome. Okay, so it'd be like... To the moon and let me say play among the stars. Let me feel what springtime's like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. That's not right. In other words, hold my hand. That's got to be it. There's got to be a C and then an A minor. There's a C in there. They didn't tell you. That's okay. You got me all the way there. I just had to add that C. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Da da There we are. Thank you, everybody. Good night, Falling Ash. All right. Well, next time I will try to get all the lyrics and the chords and the other song too. Well, Beverly, I'm so glad you were excited. That's because sometimes I say, is anybody even watching this? So that's awesome. Yay. I'm just gonna keep playing this until you guys tell me some more things. So, all right, okay, Allison has the whole thing now. Yeah, this fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. And no, that's not right. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. La ba ba da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ba da da da. Ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Boop. Ba-da-da-da. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, 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 fun. Fun, 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 fun. Fun, 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 fun. Do, 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 da. La, da, da. La, da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Yay. Yes, this is the black t-shirt, unlike the other 17 black t-shirts. The difference in this one is that it is a separate t-shirt. Yay. Well, good luck with your surgery. I can't pronounce your name, but you know who you are. Ooh, violin. Yeah, the pottery, I would go to a studio and that's all closed right now. So I have some clay here. It's all wrapped up. If the air didn't dry it out, I can do some stuff with it at some point. But oh, yay, Jana. Yay. Is that right, Jana? Is that how you say it? Um, Sexy folk singers. Um, how to build your own pottery wheel with pieces from the dollar store. Oh, uh-huh. Goodbye, Aaron. No, I have not practiced a lot. You should be able to tell I have not. I have not. Anyway, oh, I played on and off. I wouldn't, if I had to combine all of my actual progress in guitar, it's probably about a year and a half. Not that much, but it's been on and off for years. Um, no dollar store. Where are you at, Pamela? Are you in the States or are you somewhere else? Anyway, whew, it's hot. It's finally getting hot here. South Africa. Oh my goodness. You said that earlier. I forgot. Buttons. That sounds like fun. I think buttons make good post earrings. Get all kinds of different buttons. Just glue a post on the back with really powerful like super glue and all kinds of fun stuff. Real easy. Oh, the Nelly song. It's getting hot in here. Yay, Allison. I'm gonna turn on a fan. It's like, oh. Okay. All right, I was worried it would make a weird flickering, but it's not, doesn't seem to be doing that. Ugh. This is I keep this is the only black shirt I have. I keep it on all the time. I sleep in it. I shower in it. This is all. Yeah, it's definitely hotter in Florida, but we haven't had to touch the air conditioning yet here until I think I turned it on 2 nights ago briefly. We haven't had to turn on a fan or anything. But yeah, this is just the one. I only wear this shirt. It's part of me. I never take it off. I if I need to wash it, I just put a bunch of detergent in the bathtub and I swim around in it with the shirt still on. Yep. I think I'm being hit with fatigue. I might make up for the last two shows being like 3.5 hours, and I might cut this one short. We'll see. I'm feeling like very, very sluggish right now, but that might pass. Yeah, I have all the tote bags. I want to paint them. I just got to get some extra folding tables to lay them out because right now all my tables are taken up with all kinds of other supplies. Lori, I used to go to the thrift store and buy dollar black shirts. I just look for ones that fit me well. And then if they had a logo I didn't like, I really didn't like any logo. So basically, if they had a logo in the front, which they almost all did, I would turn them inside out. And then when you turn them inside out, you get the frayed look on the seams, on the shoulders and the collar. And that looked kind of rough, kind of cool. So I said, I'm going to make this a style and everybody's going to do it. And I did it for like 8 years and nobody else did it. So, but then I discovered these really great t-shirts that are like heavy cotton and they hold up really well and they fit just perfect. And if you buy them in a pack, they're really inexpensive. They're not a dollar, but they're like very inexpensive. So then I just started buying those in packs after that. Is it flickering? Is the light flickering? I'll turn the fan off because that's annoying. I can't see it in my screen. It doesn't look like it. So this is where the camera is at right now. That's better, right? Oh. I might as well memorize this now that I have these chords in front of me, thanks to, was it Allison? I don't keep track of people well. After a while I start to, but it takes me a minute. If there's too many people saying stuff, I'll forget who said what. Oh, that's weird. I have them backwards. I gotta switch it or I'm gonna keep messing it up. I have the chorus first and then the verse. Okay. All right, sorry about that. So that's better. That's how I like it. And I got to remember to put that C in there because I keep forgetting. Yeah, no, I know Allison. I know Allison very well. Allison is amazing. But if there's 10 different people talking and they're all throwing out stuff, I might forget who did what. Yeah, buttons. I wouldn't wire wrap buttons. I would also use buttons at the bottom of dangling earrings. That would be cool too. I mean, you could wire them a little bit to get them to hang right, but I wouldn't wire them to make like a pretty pendant with just a button. That's just me though. It depends on the button. If it was a big flat button that was, you know, kind of interesting, yeah, maybe I would. Resin furniture? I definitely want to do furniture. I would do wood furniture. I would not do resin. Ugh. Yeah, the coolest thing about resin to me is it looks like glass, but it's easier to use than glass. So I would not want furniture made of glass. That sounds dangerous. And then you say, "Oh, it's not glass, it's actually resin," which is technically plastic. So now we're talking about making furniture out of plastic. And that doesn't. But then again, there's this, yeah, the cracked wood. I was just gonna say that with the resin inside it, where it looks like glowing, beautiful glass filling up the crack. Yeah, that stuff is fun. I was just picturing like an entire chair made out of see-through translucent resin. And I was like, well, that's just a plastic porch chair. Oh, I'm getting very sleepy. The guitar is the only thing keeping me awake. Tim has been doing everything. Every time I look at the Facebook group, Tim has done another. I'm like, I'll be like, oh, I need to do one more video today. I'm too tired. Okay, I'll put this together like this. That's not gonna work. Wait, I'll move it like that. Okay, it works. I guess that's a video. Put it up. 5 minutes later, Tim is like, I just watched Matt's video on this and I did this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how did he even watch it already? I didn't even finish uploading it. And then there's this nasty person on the candle making video, and I was holding my breath to not make him feel horrible about his nasty comments. And Tim jumped right in and was like, "Come on, man, let's be real here. Like, you were asked for your expertise and you just gave a snarky remark. So I'm going to give you some knowledge." And Tim was like so professional about it, and I was like, whoa. I didn't say anything yet. I just noticed it, and then I got pulled away to something else. But I was like, that's right, buddy. Tim is not a candle maker like you claim to be, this guy with the snarky remark. But Tim gave all the info that people needed to hear. And you could have done that, Mr. Snarky Pants, but you did not. Anyway, that was some random person commenting on the channel a couple days ago. Yeah. Lori, did you really heat it and it blew up to 1,000 shards? I want to know that because that sounds exciting. Oh, Allison, thanks. Yeah. Sometimes the 12-hour days catch up to me. This week I was really feeling like I didn't really have a day off at all. I'm supposed to take Saturdays off, and this carpenter guy who was supposed to come in Friday, he came Saturday instead. So I had to spend the morning with him, and then my brother-in-law was like, "Hey, can you make those wood plaques painted so we can get started on those?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm already here." So I started working on those. Before I knew it, I spent most of my Saturday working. So I technically didn't have a day off. And right about Monday, it hit me. And ever since then, I've just been like, it's probably why I'm a little bit like this right now, like a little floaty. Sea glass pendants from the broken glass. Yeah, there are thousands of ways to heat wax in the microwave. In fact, people who wax like their eyebrows and everything, the wax they use most often, they heat it in the microwave. Now, that's not the exact same kind of wax necessarily as candle wax, but candle wax isn't the same kind of wax as candle wax because there's like at least three main kinds of candle wax people use, and then there's many variations on those. And basically, a microwave is a heating tool like anything else. You respect it and you go slow, and it will heat stuff. Metal is a little bit risky. People don't know. People think that if you put metal in your microwave, it'll explode immediately. That's what we learned all through the 80s and 90s. Turns out, don't try this at home, kids, but that was just something said to keep people from starting a fire because they don't understand the microwave. The entire inside of the microwave is metal. When you get a microwave hot pocket or any kind of microwavable made for food that has a special sleeve, the inside of the sleeve is metal. Metal is useful to helping a microwave conduct stuff, but you shouldn't put just any metal in, and that's why they tell you not to put any at all, because if you put a spoon in, it probably won't do anything. You're probably shocked to hear this. If you put a fork in, the tines, just the shape of the tines will make sparks, and that could start a fire. So in general, it's a good idea not to put metal in the microwave. But we were taught to be terrified of putting metal in the microwave to the point where we thought if I accidentally have like a tiny little piece, like if I put my Chinese food in there with that tiny little metal handle by accident, that the whole microwave will just combust and blow up my kitchen immediately. That's not quite how it works. Fun facts you learn. Yeah, melt and pour soaps. That's what I was doing. I was doing melt and pour soaps. Instead of practicing it first, I just turned on the camera and started doing it. And I had a couple snarky people say, like, "That's so dangerous. What are you doing?" Anyway. Oh. I have to drink water. I'm still getting hot here. Was I pointing the Sharpie? Allison, that sounds beautiful. You could charge your iPhone in the microwave. Yeah, Sharpie will burn off. The thing about a kiln, it gets up to higher temperatures than your normal oven or microwave without the kiln part. A kiln will get up to the temperatures of a volcano, the inside of a volcano. It literally melts stone like lava. It literally turns stone into lava. Not immediately, but as it gets higher and higher. The first level of high, I'm half speaking guessing, but half because I've done stuff with kilns. One of the lower levels that you use a kiln for is to melt the glass, but from there it gets up higher, and at a certain point, clay, which is basically powdered stone with water, clay turns, well, once supposedly when you put the clay in the kiln, the water is supposed to be all dried out, but anyway, it's powdered stone. So the clay actually melts and fuses like glass. And then if it gets up to higher temperatures and you have the wrong kind of clay, the clay will turn into a puddle. It'll like turn into liquid and just, but if you could see inside it, it wouldn't just be like mud. It would be like glowing. Like when I open the kiln too quickly with the glass is glowing orange like nuclear, like, and I peeked real fast and I put it back on because if I left it out too long, the air would hit it, it would shock it, it would crack. But so yeah, any normal stuff burns up immediately, like paper, ink, any normal products. The stuff that survives a kiln is generally stone. Glass is technically stone. Glass is technically a type of stone, but metal. And that's why most of the dyes they use for glaze is just the melted glass over the surface of pottery. But the dyes they use for clay and for glass were all basically rust of different types of metal, oxidized rust. And so they were called oxides for short. So when you're dyeing your clay or you're dyeing glass green, blue, red, all the original dyes that they used for thousands of years were all made from metal because metal can withstand the kiln. Stone can withstand the kiln to a point, but yeah, normal compounds like that we use every day, just anything that can burn, anything that burns instead of melting will burn in a kiln very quickly. Okay, Willow approves. And I am just going to watch you guys talk for a while because I'm just like, I'm kind of zombieing right now. I think I'm going to sleep well tonight. I really don't feel like I'm going to stay up for a 3-hour show this time. But I'm always happy to see you guys. I'm always excited. I'm like, it's Tuesday. Yay! Yeah, you would okay, here's something funny this guy told me. I don't know if if it'll be funny to you, but it's tattooing, yes. And I don't even know if you'll think if any scientist people here or sciency people will say this is accurate, but what's it called? The guy, one of the main guys that I learned a lot from when I was in the pottery studio. He was this old guy with this huge white beard. His name was Dave, but he looked like Santa Claus, big belly, gruff, from like the swamps, like Georgia, Louisiana area. Georgia, Louisiana. I don't know if even know if they're near each other, but I'm terrible with U.S. geography. But you know, those areas, the bayou, the wah, 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 right out, and the bing, bing, bing. Anyway, he's from that area. This rough guy, and he said to me, he taught me how to load the kiln properly. It's like putting a puzzle piece to, it's like a different puzzle every time. You have to fit everybody's pieces with different size shelves and make it all fit. So you use up, you efficiently use as much of the kiln as possible so that the electricity isn't wasted when you run it. But you also have to make sure nobody's piece is touching anyone else's piece. You have to leave about a half inch between all the pieces. You have to leave like an inch between every piece and the next shelf. You have to stack the shelves with these stilt things, with these So, and there's different size shelves, different size stilts, there's half shelves, quarter shelves, there's all these different things. So you're like building this puzzle, and you have to be very careful. And if you knock one thing over, the whole thing can come down and crush everybody's work that they've been working on. So it can be a little bit stressful until you get used to it. But anyway, I don't know why I told you all that. He told me, when the kiln is at its hottest. Now these old kilns, they didn't have a lock or anything on them. They were the kiln was like, picture the shape and size of a large trash can, but it's all fire brick, what's called fire brick, like 3 inches thick. And it's like this white, it's almost like styrofoam, but it's stone. This really high insulation brick, and it's all the way through there. And then inside the brick are these metallic elements that heat up red hot, orange hot. And then there's a lid, and the lid also is like 3 inches of fire brick. And the lid just is on a hinge. You just open it when it's cool, and you take everything out, you load it up, and then you close it. And it's good. And then so the kiln can take 8 to 12 hours to get up to a really high temperature. And then when it's really hot, you can't even touch it. You can't touch the handle. You can't, if you try to get close to it, you can feel the heat radiating off the bricks. In fact, like if you put it in a room in the dead of winter, it'll heat up a large portion of the room, like several feet in every direction of where it is. So it's not like you would do this on purpose, or it's not like you would do this by accident. But he said if you put on gloves and you grab the handle of the lid and you lifted it suddenly when it was at its hottest, which you would never do, but if you did, he said the heat would, because heat rises, the heat would escape so fast. They would be like a wide cannon, as wide as a trash can. The heat would shoot straight up, burn through the ceiling. We were actually in a basement at the time. He said it would burn through the ceiling. It would burn straight through to the next floor. Like a fireball would literally just shoot up and just. And I said, whoa. And I said, and what about you actually holding the lid and standing right in front of that? And he said, oh, you would die instantly. And I said, oh, that's cool. And I think he said specifically, or I read somewhere else, that what would get you is you wouldn't burn up, like, because the heat would be going straight up. It wouldn't be coming at you as much, but it would be coming out, and it would get you because it would go right. You would go right into your mouth and nose, and it would get right into your lungs and ruin your lungs. The heat would just go right into your lungs, and your lungs would be done, and that would be the end of you, because you wouldn't be able to breathe, and along with all the other damage done to your face and whatnot. But no, I never did a fire pit. I had some friends who did a wood kiln. They built themselves, and they would just store up scrap wood all year, and then they'd have a party and stay up for like 24 hours and take turns loading the wood in. And they said they got it almost up to cone 13. The cones are the temperatures. And cone 6 is the temperature I was talking about, where you would make the fireball. So imagine what cone 13 would be like. Aaron Neville and volcanoes. So did I miss a bunch of comments while I was telling this story? Oh, thank you, Norma. Yes, Tim, that's right. There's metal banding around the outside. Thank you, Natalie. I'm reading all the comments backwards, so if it sounds weird, that's why. Yes, sand is technically glass. Most sand, now sand is a composite of broken seashells and a million other things, but pure sand is silica, which is glass. It is the same thing in your window pane. And you think of sand as being like yellow, depending on where you are, but if it's really, really pure sand, it's white and it's technically clear, but it's only white because there's so many little bits of it that it reflects light all over the place, and that makes it look white. But if you could melt it all down, and that's why lightning will strike the sand sometimes, and it'll create glass around it. Really cool. I've never seen that, but I've read it. Oh wow, baby jar full of ash from Mount St. Helens. Okay. Any other comments? You got to repeat them because I'm not going back that far because I'll totally lose you guys. So I'm scrolling all the way back to the beginning. Sand melts at no way. Sand melts at 3090. Okay, so let's talk kiln temperatures. Let's see if I can remember this. I'm pretty sure. What was it? Am I gonna get this right? I think cone 6 is about. I'm probably gonna get this wrong. Is it 2200 degrees? Is cone 6? And that's where glaze melts, which is technically glass mixed with clay. Yeah, I could do copper and enamel. My dad was showing me some copper enamel he did when he was in Vietnam. He was in charge of doing crafts for the soldiers in Vietnam when he was a soldier. Go figure that. He was assigned to be an infantryman, and he managed to talk his way into getting in charge of running the craft tent for soldiers that needed to take a break. Really wild. But he did some copper and enamel. He showed me some pieces from way back. What's it called? Oh yeah, so kiln cone, is it? I think it's cone 6 is. I'm gonna really mix this up. Is it 1400 or 24? I think it's in the 20s. It's like 2200 degrees it gets up to. Yeah, and cone 06, which is bisque, is like 1800. Yeah, I think that's right. So right around there. So that's getting close to the 3000 that melts glass, or melts sand. Oh wow, they got from meteorites, they got glass and gave it to King Tut. That was nice of them. I'm gonna zone out again. I'm feeling like really woozy. Yeah, so I think cone 6 is like, I don't know, it's close to 2300, I think. 23 or 20, it's somewhere between 22 and 24. It was years ago. I used to do this stuff. And no, I ate a lot. I think I might be food coma because I hadn't eaten for a long time. And I said, let me get eating out of the way before this live show. So about an hour before the live show, I just ate all the food because I said I'm not going to eat again until tomorrow morning. And then I ate all that food, and then I drank a ton of water, and then I sat up here, and it was really warm, and I think everything hit me all at once, plus the long week without taking a day off. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, ugh. You have to watch me eat for 90 minutes. That's so exciting. Beverly, you're funny. Oh, which video lost you? Who is that? Who said that? Dada? Dada? What video was it where you got lost? I will explain it as best I can. I know, right? Wake up. I can take any day off, technically. I'm in charge. I just I mean, there's certain hi Miss Cerebral, there's certain I schedule Saturday off because there's other people I work with. So if I just suddenly didn't show up, certain things would keep going, but other things would need me there. But yeah, I think I need tomorrow. I probably need to take like half a day off, and then that'll get me through until next Saturday. And then I need to really take a real Saturday off. It's a lot to like. I have my assistant who's amazing, and then I have another person who she actually subcontracted to help her with her stuff. And then I have this third person who's doing extra camera work for me that you saw in the clock video. And that was just another thing that was just overwhelming in the last 2 weeks. I don't know. Leather cuffs, it depends. So we're 1 hour and 7 minutes in, and I'm gonna say, just when Miss Cerebral came on, I'm gonna say goodbye, everyone. James Hurley has been all over the place. He's on Facebook, he's on YouTube. I see him everywhere. But I haven't seen him here tonight. I would say he's not here because he usually comments a lot. But he got my stones and I think he started tumbling them, but I think it's going to take him about 6 weeks, so it's going to be a while. Yeah, if you're doing what you love, it's not work. I'm doing half what I love, which is more than I was doing before. When I was teaching, I was trying to make it what I love by or creating unusual curricula for the kids and watching them succeed, but it was like 90% fighting a system that was corrupted and horrible, and so that was not what I love. But now, and when I was traveling around the world doing craft sales, believe it or not, that was not what I love. Like it was like 25% what I love because I loved the art part of it and the experimenting, but the 75% of dealing with those craft sales and traveling and having all kinds of wild people to work with, some of that was really overwhelming. Now I'm getting closer to 50% I mean like 50% what I love and 50% what I can totally do and I enjoy doing well, but I don't love it, I would say. Like if you just gave me millions of dollars and I could do anything I wanted, probably half of what I would do is a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now. So that's an exciting thing to be able to say. At least 40%. I'd probably do really big projects. I'd love to just build really big things, add things onto buildings, add things onto houses and stuff like that. That's if the money was unlimited, because it's a little scary to do that kind of stuff if you're on a budget, and then like if you try to flip a house and you buy it and then you have a budget and it looks all exciting in the flip shows, but then when you real life, they don't show you, well, sometimes they show you the drama in the show, but like real life is like a lot more dirt and mud and struggle and things going wrong. No, I'm actually bleached my skin. Like I was getting too tan because of all the sunlight. Um, and so I didn't like how tan I was getting, so I just took bleach. I don't know if you're supposed to use skin bleach. I just took regular bleach out of the closet, and I was just like, I just washed my face in it, got it everywhere. Now it's all pearly white. Oh yeah, no, I'm just tired. I just kept saying over the last 10 minutes how tired I am. Anyone who's a full-time crafter is definitely hurting this year, but anyone who really makes their living as a full-time crafter and been doing it for years, hopefully they crossed over from starving to really successful. And those really successful people, hopefully they built up a lot of savings so they'll be okay. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I used a white Sharpie. It's a white Sharpie. I drew all over my face, made it nice and white. Yeah, my pupils get huge when I start zoning out because it's a weird thing. Like when I start daydreaming, they just, because I'm not focusing on any one thing in particular. When you're like constantly aware of the room and you're focusing all over the place, your pupils get smaller and smaller because you're taking in different amounts of light. And, but if you just start zoning out, your eyes tend to go to a place that's low light just for comfort without you realizing it, and then suddenly your pupils start dilating. Okay, bye, Molly. But yeah, or if you do crazy drugs, then your pupils might dilate, or if you're having a concussion or something. Oh, well, that's good, Lashana. Are you Oh, you mean you're getting up to starving artist stage? I hope you have a day job in that case, or you have somebody else helping with bills. What am I not doing now that I wish I was doing? I wish I had a full-time guitar teacher on staff every day. I wish I had a full-time guitar teacher who would sit every morning with me and direct, like, intensive teach for guitar. And then I wish he would leave after an hour and a piano teacher would come in, do the same thing for half an hour, and then he would leave, and then like a music technician would come in and we would just record for 4 hours. That's what I would that would be what I love to do that I'm not doing right now. Um yeah, DJs, there's so much fun stuff you can do with with computers now. Oh, now I have the hiccups. Oh goodness. But that's a really good question, Karen. That's what I would do if I had unlimited money, and it wouldn't even be that much money. You don't need $1 million to pay a guitar teacher to come every day. It's basically 25 bucks a day, maybe 30 bucks a day. If he's coming well, I would want him to come to me because I don't want to travel. I don't want to have to go back and drive all over the place every day. So I would want him to be with me in the studio. So I'd probably have to pay him like 45 a day. So that's 45 a day just for the guitar. And then that's like piano would be another 30 because I'd only do piano for half an hour. And then the technician, I'd have to pay him like 50, 60 bucks because I'd need him for a couple hours. So overall, I'd basically be pouring $125 a day into personal lessons every single day, 6 days a week. That's what I would do if I just had several $1 million in my bank account. I would do that for about almost a year until I felt I was really sharp in all the instruments I wanted to be. And then and then also during that time, I would record a lot of songs and a lot of different things and try a bunch of different things. I would probably make less art videos. I would probably make a lot of just wacky, weird videos. Might still be art related. I enjoy the art videos. I enjoy the art videos more than I enjoy making a ton of pieces to sell in a mall. And I enjoyed making a ton of pieces to sell in the mall more than I enjoyed going to craft sales where you have to set up and break down constantly and fight the weather. But I enjoyed going to craft sales where you have to set up and break down and fight the weather more than I enjoyed being a real starving artist who could barely even find a show that would make money every week. But I enjoyed even starving more than I enjoyed being a public school teacher who was fighting with principals and administrators who didn't care about children but just wanted you to follow a system so that they wouldn't get in trouble with their superiors, because the entire system was built on everybody not getting sued, not helping kids. That's a little secret about the public school system. And it's not a conspiracy. It's not like a conspiracy theory. It's like 100% legit. If you follow everything they make teachers do up to the principal level and then up to the superintendent level and up to the advisors and the lawyers that advise the superintendents to keep the district from getting sued out of existence. You can imagine how many angry parents like to sue, some of them legitimately, some of them just because they're crazy, because you have some crazies in every group. And you can imagine how much they could sue a school district out of existence very easily. So basically, public schools had to create a system where they were lawsuit proof, where they're covered top to bottom. And it got to the point where now 80% of what teachers do is not teach children, but dot all the I's and cross all the T's so that they won't be sued. Teachers don't even realize they're doing this. They think they're helping kids because it's been brainwashed into them that if you dot all these I's and cross all these T's, the kids will learn. But the kids don't learn, because if you really wanted kids to learn, you would do radically different stuff. First of all, you take all those administrators out of the office and force each of them to sit with a kid one-on-one. You take all the women or men or whatever out of the lunchroom and force them to sit with a kid one-on-one. You take all the secretaries and you take all the administrators and put them back in the classroom so that kids would get much more one-on-one attention. That's the first thing you do if you wanted kids to learn. Secondly, you'd work much closer with the parents. Thirdly, you'd throw out all this new curricula and you would teach the basics like they did 50, 100 years ago, because that worked better, much better. It gets worse every year. The more layers of curricula they build, this Common Core stuff is just the latest. It's been getting really bad for about 40 years. And there's a reason for that too. I can get into that if you want me to keep ranting. It's keeping me awake, so why not, right? Shall I keep ranting about public schools? There's a really sinister reason why they created all these layers of curricula that actually teach kids worse than the old-fashioned ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and sound it out and learn your letter sounds, learn your number. You think they're still teaching that? They're not. They're not even teaching that. They're not even teaching letter sounds in a lot of schools. They're teaching you to memorize whole words at a time without knowing how the letters break down into sounds. Does that sound like insane? Because it is. Of course, yeah, I totally encourage homeschooling. But there's a caveat for everything. The reason why homeschooling is hard, whereas parents used to kick butt at it 100 years ago, because most kids were homeschooled way back when, and the literacy wasn't that much lower when everyone was homeschooled. You think, oh, then nobody knew how to read back then. No, people pretty much knew how to read at the same level they know how to read today. It's phonics. The reason why homeschooling is harder today is because parents, here's another rant, have been brainwashed to believe that they don't know what they're doing and they need to jump through all these hoops to be good parents instead of trusting their instincts. The best parents are basically, if you mean well and you try hard, you're not going to mess up as a parent. You're going to make mistakes, but overall, you're not going to mess up. And if you don't mean well and you don't try hard, it doesn't matter how many parenting techniques you follow, you're going to mess up. You're not going to give your kid what they need. But a lot of parents today, they overstress themselves thinking they need to jump through all these hoops, and they make it so hard to be a parent that that they think homeschooling is just over. There's no way, it's overwhelming, and they don't know. A lot of parents don't. Their kids run them. They don't know how to run the kid. They don't know how to have the kid under firm, healthy control. And if you can't have your child under firm, healthy control, then you oh, hold on one second. Yep. Oh, hey, Mike, how you doing? We I was like, who is coming up the stairs? I thought it was John. You want to come in? Come in for a sec. This is the guy who carved those plaques that you see in the video today. This is my brother-in-law. He's the coolest guy. Can I pat your back on Corona?
Yeah.
It's Corona time.
I just sanitized.
He just sanitized, so he's good for 3 minutes.
I just carved something new, actually.
Can you bring it?
Yeah, I got it right.
So that's my brother-in-law Mike. Go to his channel, That Wooden Flag, and give him a subscription if you want to learn about a CNC machine, how to operate it. And oh, that's your he's okay, so this is a new thing. He was carving wood forever, and now this is, what is it?
Glass.
It's glass. Is it glass or is it? It's like a plexiglass.
It's cast acrylic.
Cast acrylic,
So
and
this is what it. I don't know if you can see it.
you can kind of see it. So his blade. He
Hey,
has,
Shauna, how are you?
he has this new blade that will
It's called a diamond blade.
and so it carves that what you're seeing, and then when you shine a certain kind of light on it, only the white parts light up all different colors, so you can hook it up to lights that change colors all the time, and your flag will like he has a video. You have a video on that, on the flag yet? No, he has a Facebook post
Not
of
yet.
it.
I got video of this. This will be on my channel probably this week.
What's your symbol on your shirt?
Oh, I don't know. This shirt's like probably 20 years old. But then I pressed this on the back.
You pressed that?
Yeah.
So Mike should have his own art channel. He does a new hobby every 6 months sometimes, or every year. And he was doing t-shirts a couple years ago. He was pressing all kinds of stuff into t-shirts. And and what's it called? Then he was doing photography. You were doing photography for a minute. Now
Yeah.
he's been building a CNC machine and then building it bigger and better for like a year and a half now.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, he does custom plaques. That's what he does. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Other than his day job, he works at a regular job and then comes home and does this every spare minute he has. So if you want something carved into a plaque,
Chest hair.
What?
Chest hair.
I don't know. These people.
That's funny.
Some of these people are
I
funny.
never said t-shirts. I said chest hair. That's hilarious.
So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway, I don't want to, hijack. Just get out of the way, or I'll sit down. No. Yeah, That Wooden Flag on YouTube, and then you can also search my name and check out music.
Yeah, it's Michael Torella. He plays guitar. Actually, hey, you want to play something?
No, I'm not now.
Okay, he has to go out. Okay, so anyway,
See y'all.
he has a. Bye, Mike. He has a channel where he plays guitar too. He has like 3 channels. Corona Lonely Women. Oh my goodness. Tim figured it out. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to make it awkward. But yes, read Tim's comment. That is so. Oh my gosh, this light makes my teeth look yellow. This is horrible every time. It technically could be a wife's brother. This is actually though my sister's husband. No, you didn't scare him away. I think he came over to do something and he has to hurry up and get home, and because he's the busiest person on earth between full-time job and doing that carving stuff. He also has 3 kids, and it's a yellow lamp. See, if I let the sun hit just like this, it looks like I'm almost saintly. You can see the halo, but it's on the wrong side of my head. You can sing the Beyonce song. You can see my halo, 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 or something like that. Or is that umbrella, Ella, Ella? It's Rihanna. Do. So yeah, we have to talk Mike into playing a guitar so we can play and sing because he actually plays the chords right and knows all the words before he does a song. But if you want to hear him sing, you can go to another channel. You can go to Michael Torella and find him. But I'm gonna have to write it for you because you'll never spell it right. But this is where he just plays guitar. He probably plays half the songs you guys like. But that's Michael Torella. If you go there, you'll find him playing a ton of guitar and singing. Oh, that's Allison is already there. Oh, yay. That's awesome. What's his stance on Aaron Neville? Yeah, I will try to get him to play next week. Ugh. Yeah, when you see him play, you'll never ask me to play again. You'll just be like, bring him back, because he learns all the chords and he plays them all right away and he sings all the notes and he sings all the. Allison is trying to get it going, trying to get me to pick on Aaron Neville so she can get mad again, trying to bring the drama. Let's see, what is that song? Can we do the Aaron Neville song with Linda Ronstadt? What is it? What is that song? I can't remember. Tell me the name of the song. I can only remember the part where he goes, whoa, at the end. I can't think of the words. Yes, there it is. Amazing Amy. Yeah. There it is. Baxter Monkey got it too. Yeah, okay. Aaron Neville. Aaron Neville and Linda Ronstadt. Linda Ronstadt, phenomenal voice, one of the best voices of the 70s and 80s. And then there's Aaron Neville. Oh my gosh, and the stereotype about black individuals being beautiful singers, which it mostly holds up. Not always, because there's this man, big, strong man, probably should have been a bouncer. I don't know if with that voice, though, he'd probably keep his mouth shut or he wouldn't scare anyone. People would start falling over laughing instead of leaving the bar. But this guy decided he wanted to be a singer. And somehow he cast some voodoo spell, and a whole bunch of producers suddenly went deaf and they couldn't hear right. And when he sang, they were like, I think that sounds good. Should we sign him? Yeah, we have no one on this week. And somehow he slipped in, got past all the people with talent who don't make it. Tim has all the words now. So anyway, so he becomes a star against all odds. I mean, there's other people with horrible voices who became stars, but they at least wrote music. Did he write anything? I don't know. Like Bob Dylan, phenomenal songwriter. Not a great voice at all. Terrible voice, pretty much, you could say. But those songs didn't matter. A lot of people with weak voices, but great songs. Okay, Aaron Neville, did he write? I don't know because he can't sing. So anyway, is that how he got in? He had family connections. So So here's the famous Aaron Neville song that like kills me every time. He's singing a duet with Linda Ronstadt, and so he's like, let's see, Tim had the lyrics. Where'd they go? So here's, I don't know who does which part, so I might mess that up, but I'm just gonna go back and forth. Like, here's Aaron Neville. Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Totally sounds like a big Muppet, right? And then here comes Linda Ronstadt with her heavenly voice. Look at this life. Oh, I started too high. I'm not going to hit that. Look at this life. I still. No, that's still too high. Let me go down a little bit. Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Look at this life. I still don't know where it's going. I don't know much. And that's Linda Ronstadt. And then he comes in, but I know I love you. And that may be. I gotta go lower. I still went too high. And that may be all I need to know. So that's Linda, right? Beautiful. Like I can't do as beautiful as her, but that's her. And then he comes in and he's like, I don't know much, but I know I love you. And he's all up in his throat, like, and has no vibrato. He has a false, fake manufactured vibrato where it sounds like someone is just like shaking him like he's a turkey. He has like a wobble. And that song somehow is this huge hit in the 80s. It's been a huge hit. Every radio station plays it. Every one of you have heard it, I guarantee. Even if you don't think it's familiar, you were in some supermarket one time and it was playing. Anyway, hilarious. Now, after this live show is over, you got to go to YouTube and you search I don't know much Aaron Neville Linda Ronstadt and you will see. Yes, thank you Tim, thank you Brenna. But 2 or 3 of you out there are really angry every time I talk about this, and you still demand that I bring it up again because you're fighters. You just want to fight. You should just be going to the bar, getting drunk, and starting fights because you have too much pent-up energy. You've been quarantined too long, and you just got to get it out somehow. And you should probably pick some fights with some drunk people and spend the night in jail, wake up the next morning, have a good story to tell. Instead, you come to my channel and you push buttons and you tell us about Aaron Neville again, and then you get so angry and then you start typing all kinds of stuff and then you're just furious. Your whole face is probably red, but you're just yelling at the screen and it's not, you're not getting the satisfaction you would get if you really got a hold of a drunk person and threw them across a bar stool. Beverly, you should be a journalist with that kind of spin. That's super. Well, there you go. Baxter Monkey can't stand Adele. And give me another half hour. I will sing the praises of Adele. Adele is the Beatles all in one person of the 2010s, I guess. She started in the 2000s, but she is freaking amazing. James, there's James, just in time. They're asking about you, James. They're asking about how your tumbling is doing. They said, I think someone said, did you tumble Matt's rocks yet? And I was like, it takes weeks. I can't, he just got him in the mail 5 or 6 days ago. He can't just whoosh. But yes, he will have them ready in a few weeks. No, but Adele is the songwriter. She's the singer and the songwriter. Do you think she damaged her voice? Do you think it's not as good as it used to be? I don't know. I haven't heard her recently. Or do you think she sings incorrectly and strains her vocal cords? I'd have to ask a voice teacher what they think about her. He's saying she's very large. She lost a lot of weight. I put that post up on my Facebook showing how she looks fantabulous right now. If you're into people getting healthier than they were. Oh, you're getting. Oh, that's right. James has to get a new tumbler because his finally broke after he ran it forever and ever and ever nonstop. There goes. All my Sharpies are on the ground now. Now what am I gonna do? Yeah. Oh, really? Nodes come from straining? Yeah, maybe she does sing incorrectly. I mean, her voice is unusual. It's not like it's not a Whitney Houston, definitely. Um, so Baxter Monkey is insistent that she screams rather than sings. I would have to sit there and go through a few songs and see if she really is sure about that. I know there's definitely some songs where she hits some hard notes, where she belts out some notes really loud and holds them for a long time. Um, but that's not most of her songs. That's that hello song, which I don't think is that great. That's a real like huge note held forever. Beverly, you're cracking me up. Oh, that wooden flag. He was here. He was incognito the whole time. No, I would say, James, you're correct. I would say most singers don't sing correctly. Most pop singers do not sing correctly. Ask any vocal teacher, that's the first thing they'll tell you. Most, in fact, learning to sing opera will make you a so much better pop singer. Um, and you want to hear a beautiful singer? I will tell you about this beautiful singer, although I'm in competition with her because I don't want her to get more subscribers than me. She was going to catch me for a minute, and then I just started going crazy, doing all kinds of stuff more. The only reason she's not as big as me is she puts out a video like once every 4 months, and you can't do that. But you can. It depends what you want to do. But yeah, she's beautiful. One YouTuber, she sings gorgeous, and oh, Baxter Monkey, you were classically trained in opera. Oh my goodness, Baxter Monkey has done everything. Have you ever snowboarded off of a helicopter in the Alps? Baxter Monkey has. Um, so yes. What was I gonna say? So anyway, this girl, I'll tell you at the very end. Ask me before I sign off, and I'll tell you. And you'll go to her channel. You'll all sign up, and you'll watch her forever. But you won't stay there. You'll come back to me. Do you know why? Because she only has like 10 videos. You'll watch all her videos in a week, and then there'll be nothing left to watch. But nah, she has more than 10, but it's not that many more. James, I bet James has done a ton of stuff in his life too. He just seems like that type. Um, Morris dancing. Baxter Monkey. Can I tell them that you have did ballet at one point? Well, I did, so I guess I didn't really technically ask. I just did it. Um, I bet you have, but I'll ask anyway. You've probably done the swing dancing, the West Coast, the Lindy Hop, all that stuff. That stuff is so much fun. I don't know what Morris dancing is though. Remember Morris the cat? Allison says, yeah, did I say Allison? I have less than 10. Maybe I did say Allison. Yeah, anyway, the person's name is Allison. You still won't find her though, because she's has a small channel. I have to give you her last name. Actually, I can't think of it. I'll have to think of it for a minute. Well, there you go. There's a beautiful singer named Allison on YouTube, and you'll never find her because I can't remember her last name. Munchie. I think I remember her last name now, so I can tell you at the end. I need more water. I just went through that bottle like nothing. But she sings really old songs. She's like 22, and she sings songs from like 1951, like really pretty songs. And her voice is like captures the song like really well, like almost better than the original sometimes. No, I'm not going to leave you for water. I'm just going to sit here and suffer. I said I was ready to clock out at like half hour, and now we're at an hour 45, and I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. I like hanging out with you guys. I definitely, when I turn it off, I'm like, oh, now what I'm going to do? All my friends are gone. I guess I'll just go to bed. Nicole Atkins. That wooden flag. He's back in his house now. I'm sure if he was tuning in, he's probably at his house, and his house is a mile and a half away. So he's not bringing anybody any water anytime soon. What, James? Is it almost midnight? No, over here it's almost 11. Where is it almost midnight? I play the drums. You want to see me play the drums? M Fitz happens. Hi, Orbit Trust. Okay, you want to see me play the drums? Go type in Matt's Crazy Art leather keychains. You'll see me play the drums and guitar and dance like a nut all in one video and make really cool leather keychains that are burned, etched. That's my favorite. That's in my top 10 favorite videos I've ever done. No, these hiccups. And met Eric Clapton. Yay. Thank you, Miss Sarah Ubble. Do I seem confident? CRC Creations acrylic painting. Confidence comes from doing scary things. I have always been one to do scary things. I can't say I've always done scary things like a hero, like charging into danger, fearing nothing. No, I'm saying I always tend to jump into stuff before thinking. And half the time it leaves me in a very scary place. But I figure it out and I get to the point where I survive. And then after that, I don't really fear some of the other little things that everybody else fears. I come to this point where I feel like we're all born as these little teeny tiny things, like a little sapling with a big box of fear. We're born with like a big box of fear. Now that's not exactly true, because when we're born, we're just fearless. We just want to do everything, like little toddlers, just run out and run into everything. But as you get older, you start accumulating this huge box of fear. You come to fear everything. And like a huge part of being successful in life is to hack that fear down, is to hack the walls of it all around you. And the more you hack at it, the more you lose your fear. And the more you lose your fear, the more possibility you have to do anything. And it's life is exciting, and life opens up, and life becomes joyful and not a threat. Instead of being scary, it becomes exciting. Now, what's it called? How do you hack away at it? Well, you don't hack away at it by sitting there and thinking, I need to stop being afraid of this. I need to stop being afraid of this. You'll just become more afraid, because you're reinforcing that you need to be afraid of it, because you're not doing it. If you weren't afraid of it, you would do it. So if you sit there thinking, how do I not be afraid of this? You're actually making yourself more afraid. What you need to do is just do it. And you won't get the feeling that doing it makes you happy as you start to do it. You won't get that feeling until way later. So you do it, and it might feel crazy and not good and icky, and you want to retreat back to doing nothing. But if you keep going and you hold your breath and just see how far you can push it, then that's how you hack away at the fear, and that's how you push your comfort zone up to a wider space. And then you can do more things, and then things don't scare you as much. And James is right. A lot of that fear comes from other people. You think it's coming from inside your head, and you don't realize how much it was put inside your head from hearing everybody else talk about stuff and hearing other people tell you that you should be afraid of stuff, or you're not good at stuff, or whatever. I would been loving to write a book forever, and I haven't. That's one of my things that I need to do. But doing these videos is like my way of getting a lot out that I would have put in books. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, be brave enough to mess up. And the more you mess up, the more you find what you like and what you don't like. And what's it called? There's something else I'm gonna say. What? Aaron. Is that one of his songs, I Made It Out Alive? Or is that that's just part of your silliness? Oh yeah, so I was one time we were at some open mic, and people were just doing poetry, and I said, hey, can I do something different? And they said, sure. And I picked up the guitar, and I sang it, and I said, I'm just going to do this. And I sang a song, and I played the guitar. And this girl came up to me afterwards, and she was a professional singer. And she said, that you got up there and did that was so amazing. It gave me so much confidence, because I'm a professional singer, and I was scared to go up there tonight and just sing with no plan, no practice, just belt out a song. And I think that you're just some normal person, and you did that, and that's awesome. And I was like, are you trying to say I didn't do good? What are you trying to say? I'm still not sure what she was trying to say. But I was shocked, because I'm like, you're a professional singer. You should have been like, I could sing with both eyes closed and one foot up and one hand tied behind my back, and like if you're a professional singer singing at a dumb little open mic with there's maybe 75 people in the room, that should be like sleeping. That should be so easy. Like, she was a professional singer, and she was scared to sing a song when everyone else was just doing poetry. She was scared of being judged. And I was like, hey, this is my chance to sing a song. Lashana, you know the girl Allison I'm talking about? Well, I'm going to tell you her last name soon, and then you'll know if it's the same one. Maybe I told it in another video. But the YouTube girl named Allison, she has curly red hair, really curly red hair. Like she's totally like from another era. It's really weird. I sang the John Denver song that I've done in like every single live show at some point. The John Denver song, the Annie song. And unlike these live shows, I actually did it all the way through without messing up. And I thought I did pretty okay. I thought I did pretty actually better than okay. So I'm still not sure what that girl was talking about. Yeah, DJing is a little different if you have to learn a bunch of technology. Um, yep, you got to do it. Willow is right. I played Aaron Neville. That would be great. I'm gonna do, as the only singer here tonight, I'm going to do a duet of a man and a woman, but it's all gonna be me, and the man can't sing, but I'm going to imitate his bad singing. And the woman can sing way better than me, but I'm going to imitate her good singing. And I can't remember who sings what part, but this is going to happen. That would have been. I don't know. I don't know what that would have been like. Yep. CRC Creations acrylic. You listen to Almost Heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life was old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Where's my pick? And what key is that in? It's in G. How about that? Country road. See if I can pick with my fingers. Take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me that my home far away. And driving down that long, long and lonely road, I think I should have been home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. Oh, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. I need a pick. I don't like playing with my fingers. Oh. Let's see if I pick. I always carry picks in my wallet, and oh, there's one. Yay! I was afraid I might have been down to my last. Oh, this is a real one. This isn't one cut out of a credit card. That's unusual. Ha ha ha! Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. Okay. James has all the wisdom. Good night, CJ, as I hiccup. And then, yeah, it's like... Ugh, yeah, my voice is kind of shot tonight. I don't know why. I think it needs to rest. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. Fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me go. That didn't work. I thought I could just jump right up. No, because that's A. Come let me, that's why. Love you. Let me give my life to you. It's still too low. Let's try G. You fill up my... Nope, that was back where I was. Let's try D. You fill up my... It's too high. Let's try C. You fill up my senses. That's the key I did it in, I think. Like a night in the forest, like a mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert. Ooh. Yeah, I'm totally shot. Like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Come let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come let me love you. Come love me again. Ooh. Anyway, that was not as good as I did at the open mic, but it was something in that key, I think. So I was falling asleep. That's what was happening. I was closing my eyes and I was like, oh, I was putting myself to sleep. All right, we're 2 hours. We've been going way over, but tonight we're gonna cut it. 2 hours is it? Oh, well, CRC acrylic painting. You put some of your paintings on the Facebook page for us, please. You are on our Facebook page, I hope. But we want to see your wire wrapping and your paintings. Yay, Cinda. Thank you. I hope you didn't just log in because we're about to shut. It's been 2 hours. We're turning it off. But good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. And I will try to have some songs ready with some chords. And I mostly will try to sleep before next week. Good night. Good night. You are all wonderful. Stay beautiful. I will miss you, but I will see you in comments if you comment on other videos. Take care. And until next time, have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Get exercise in. Join the 30-day challenge if you want to push yourself to do something a little tiny bit extra each day and feel good. But keep making art and fun stuff. And I'll see you soon. Yay. If everything goes well. Bye.